Salve, in this video we're going to introduce the genitive case. The primary use of the genitive, and the one that we're going to focus on in this video, is to indicate possession. That is, the genitive is used to say who owns or possesses something. In English, we can show possession in two ways. One is with an apostrophe S, such as the boy's friend, and the other is with the word of, such as the queen of the country. In fact, in the majority of instances, the genitive in Latin can be translated with one of those two, even if it's not a possessive, actually. Okay, so for our first example, the boy is a possessive, so that's the word that would need to be genitive. For the queen of the country would be the genitive. It's the possessive. It possesses a queen. The possessor is always going to be genitive. The thing that is possessed, in this case the friend or the queen, will be nominative or accusative or whatever it is that it needs to be in that situation. So, let's translate the boy's friend is annoying into Latin. Friend is the subject of the sentence. Therefore, we'll just go with the nominative and say amicus. You could also say amica if it's feminine. The boy is a possessive, so that will need to be genitive, which will be pueri. Notice that we're going with genitive singular here because it says apostrophe S in English. And for is annoying, we'll have molestus est. So we have amicus pueri molestus est. Here we put the genitive after the thing that it possesses, but sometimes it'll go before the word it possesses, so we could also have pueri amicus molestus est, and it's the same thing. Either way, the genitive will almost always be right next to the word that it possesses. Now let's use the other example we had before and translate we are protecting the queen of the country. We can just use a verb form for we are protecting, and that would be servamus. The queen is the direct object, so it needs to be accusative, which would be reginam. And for of the country, we'll need a possessive form. That'll be genitive. So we'll have patriae. All right, let's try some examples. First one, templum Dianae pulchrum est. The genitive here is Dianae, and she possesses the temple. In this instance, it'll perhaps sound better in English to use of rather than apostrophe S, so we'll get the temple of Diana is beautiful. It wouldn't be wrong to translate it as Diana's temple is beautiful. That's perfectly acceptable, just as before it wouldn't have been wrong to say the friend of the boy is annoying rather than the boy's friend is annoying. Just go with whichever one you think sounds better in English, and that's fine. Okay, next example. Familia avunculi mei hic habitat. The genitive is avunculi, which means uncle, and he possesses the familia. So this means my uncle's family lives here. Next one. Ira deorum magna est. The genitive is deorum, which is plural. So they possess ira, which is right next to it. And this means the anger of the gods is great. Or we could say the gods' anger is great, and that would be fine. And notice that we used an S apostrophe here because it's a genitive plural. So we're talking about more than one god. If we had apostrophe S, we would be saying that the anger of one god was great. Next one. Romanorum inimici oppidum oppugnant. The genitive is Romanorum, and they possess inimici right next to it. And this means the enemies of the Romans are attacking the town. This one actually shows us something about word order. The genitive, as I said before, can come before or after the noun it possesses. But the Romans generally didn't like to put a genitive right in between two nouns because that could make it unclear as to which noun it possesses. So in this case, Romanorum comes before inimici to tell us that it's the Romans' enemies or the enemies of the Romans. All right. Next one. Casa est avi mei. Here, the genitive isn't immediately next to the word it possesses because the word est is included, but it's pretty obvious that the genitive, abi, possesses the casa. So this one means the house is my grandfather's. Or we could also say, it's my grandfather's house, and that would be fine as well. All right, that is it for possessive genitives. Let me know if you have any questions. Wale.